Welcome back, everybody, to This Is My Bourbon Podcast. I'm your host, Perry. With me, just like he always is, it's my co-host. It's the Whiskey Mutant. It's Eric.
How you doing?
You think I'm doing?
How you doing? How you doing?
How you doing?
Tell me, how you doing?
How you think I'm doing?
You look good.
Thank you.
You look good. I know how much you've done the past couple of days. You've been through it. You've been through it. You look good.
I'm always
look good.
Thank you.
You look good.
I've always kind of gone through it during the holidays. For people who are semi-new or new listeners to the podcast, when it comes to the holidays, I am in about 18 different places over the course of 2 or 3 days. And
it's a lot.
It is Saturday night after Thanksgiving. I am tired. I had 3 meals in 2 days. 3 actual Thanksgiving meals.
Not just leftovers.
No, this is like sit down, grace is given, like what are we thankful for kind of meals. Okay? Turkey's made meals.
Hams are smacked. Did you make a combo leftover plate?
No.
Like a triple?
Man, I was so full and sick.
How full were you?
I was so full that the Grand Canyon didn't have room.
What?
I was so tired of turkey that I just couldn't. I did take leftovers home, but those are going to be consumed maybe midweek.
All our leftovers are gone
already.
1 day, 2 day. We eat 2 days worth.
There you go.
And my favorite leftover meal is a turkey sandwich on white bread with some mayo, a little bit of dressing on there, or stuffing, as some people, we call it dressing, stuffing.
I know.
A little bit of gravy in there.
Cranberry sauce?
I don't like cranberry sauce.
Okay.
I'm not a cranberry sauce guy. I don't mind a little bit of like cranberry drizzle, like kind of in a hint of it here and there.
Sure.
Not a big, I'm just, my next day turkey sandwich, white bread, mayo, turkey, stuffing, gravy, and then a little dessert on the side, and a thing of bourbon.
Yeah. I drank bourbon.
Yeah.
No, I drank bourbon.
Rye.
We'll talk
about that.
You did. Yeah, we'll get there in what we've been drinking recently. But in the meantime, we want to let you know, if you want to support the show, you can head to patreon.com. No segue this week. I didn't have a good setup for it.
If you're thankful for us,
what you're listening to right now,
then go to patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast. For as little as $1 a month, you can support the show. But at $5, you get all the bonus stuff. This week we did Sampling Irresistible.
Yeah, we did. 3 real bad samples.
Maybe the worst Sampling Irresistible to date. So if you want to hear that,
at least in a long time, if not ever.
If you want to hear that, go to patreon.com.
It was rough.
You get the pregame chats. We answered some questions from our Patreon. Talked a little bit about food, and then you get this episode uncut a day early, and then any kind of episode updates, any kind of like if we do any events or anything, Patreon is
bonus episodes. Patreon gets bonus episodes as well.
That's the place to go.
Yeah,
support the show. Do it.
The link for our Barrel Rye Armagnac pick is still in the description below. It's towards the bottom of the description. If you haven't gotten a bottle yet or 2, hit that up. It's phenomenal. Still one of my favorite picks that we have done to date. It was in conjunction with our buddy David Levine over at the Whiskey Ring podcast. He just had a baby recently as well.
Yeah.
He joined the Girl Dad Club.
His balls work. Just found out.
Mine will stop working in the somewhat nearish future.
Mine have not been working for a while.
I keep teasing this. I haven't even made the appointment yet.
It's going to be my luck that they like fix themselves like out of nowhere.
They heal.
Yeah.
It's this weird random mutation in humans.
It's going to be my luck.
We're like, you know how some people have evolved out of having like wisdom teeth.
Yeah.
Yours is
the
the Vance deferens has reattached itself.
Yes.
And you can now reproduce sperm.
yeah. It's going to be my luck. It's going to be my luck. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
I'm giving myself points for pulling out Vance deferens there, by the way.
Yeah, I don't even know that word.
You were the one that went to medical school.
I did not go to medical school. I went to nursing school.
Nursing school, excuse
I
me.
didn't go to ball school.
But you had to do some kind of biology.
Yeah, but I don't remember that in word. Testicles, I know that one. Your sperm tube, I know that one.
Is Vance deferens even the right thing?
I think you're confusing me because I don't know that word.
Oh, vas deferens.
Vans, the vas, it's all the same.
A sperm duct or a ductus deferens in each testicle. The job of these ducts is to move sperm away from its storage place in the testicle. The ducts can be affected by scar tissue or infections.
It's a sperm tube. I don't have
Yeah,
to.
look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at
Yeah,
that.
but that's not something I learned in nursing school.
Okay. Why on earth do I remember that, though?
Dude, you are into biology more than we think. You are doing that when you're, sleep, you're thinking about biology. You're thinking about balls is what you're thinking about.
Cool. Great.
All the balls, the insides, how they work. You're thinking about balls all the time.
All right. Cool. Well, now that I've outed myself, let's move on to Flying Blind.
Flying Blind, the segment of the show where we blind one another. Maybe I blind Perry, Perry blinds me. We blind each other. Sometimes we do sips and snacks. We'll do that next week because last week we had a really good sips and snacks. You should check that one out. But this week, I'm going to blind Perry. And I'm going to drink along with him because I've not actually had this either.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. I was actually down here straightening up. If you looked over here, you'd see all our Christmas decoration boxes. I ain't putting that stuff up.
You want me to take a video?
Sure.
I'll
do it. Look there.
Put it in the...
Little trees, lights we haven't used. There's a Santa Claus. He's not upstairs yet. But all the Christmas decorations are out. We got lots upstairs.
Also, here's Eric's bourbon collection.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've ever shown this on anything.
There's
but
all my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I decorated the back here. You can see that. Got some lights.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that crappy tape right there. But yeah. So I was cleaning up. I was kind of moving stuff out of the way because I'm just going to leave them out till Christmas is over so I don't have to put them back in the area. But I found a sample somebody sent me. No idea who sent it to me.
Hey, that sounds like me.
So I apologize if you sent this, but I was like, holy shit.
It's that kind of sample?
We'll see.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Fair
I don't
enough.
know. So we'll see. We'll see what we think about it. All right. You don't have to close your eyes because I can grip this.
It's in a sample bottle.
I can grip
He's got the
this.
baby death grip. You know how babies just like clench their fists so hard?
They get the mashed potatoes and they're just like...
Yeah. I learned before Eden was born, my first child, that the way to unclench their grip is to rub the back of their hand.
Yeah.
And they'll slowly just kind of like release it. So like even if they've got, your finger.
Same way with the python.
Same way with a python. You're exactly right.
Yeah.
Thank you. I forgot that.
In biology.
I remembered the vas deferens, but I couldn't remember that if a python has it gripped around your arm and is pumping poison into your veins, all you have to do is sit there and rub the back of its head.
That's what I do with my python.
What have you done? What have you done?
Oh, God.
What have you done? Why? I have a long week. I let you know that I'm exhausted. I text you with confidence. I say, I'm so excited to come and see my buddy. We're going to record. We're going to have a great time.
I love you.
I love you. And you give me this. Bro, I don't even know what this is.
I told you I've not had it either. I'm sorry. I don't know.
It smells...
Yeah, tell me what you think.
It smells
Let's try
like...
to guess. Let's try to guess.
It smells like rotten coffee.
It smells like if you could take a burnt coffee pot in like a run down, like, oh, you're going to get your car tags renewed. You walk into
the DMV.
And they burnt the coffee, and there's all those different people, all those smells in there. If that was what, that's the smell. Oh my God, it is rotten coffee.
I told you.
Ugh. All right, let's taste it. Oh God, what is? Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh, it's rotten meat.
Okay. Nope. No, sir. Amazing Grace.
It's rotten meat. It's like if you took rotten hamburger meat and started frying it in a skillet.
Oh my gosh,
and
we haven't had anything that bad since the Texas whiskey that Tony sent us. Brother, that is unbelievably disgusting. You going in for a second drink?
I was gonna just try to get more disgustingness out of it, but I can't. Oh God. Well, throwing these glasses into the incinerator.
We may have had the worst day of sampling ever. I don't know of anybody that could have had worse samples in one day than these two gentlemen here.
I'm pretty sure somebody was trying to troll me when they sent this. Plus, what'd you say? It was the worst thing since what?
Tony's Texas whiskey. Of course, it's Balcones. This is a single malt. This is insane.
Balcones single malt. What's the proof on it?
115.8 proof. Ugh. Dude,
this is another example.
Burn Balcones to the ground and start from scratch.
That's exactly what the Cowboys owner said about their stadium. You mean tear the shit down and just start over?
That was awful. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're very welcome.
I don't know who sent that.
I don't either. I was seriously, it fell. It was laying over there. I was straightening stuff up, and I said, "Okay, we're." It was
just a regular old like label.
Yeah, nothing on there. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. What have you been drinking recently?
Well, we all know it was Thanksgiving recently.
We did,
and I disappointed Wild Turkey. I did not have any wild turkey.
Yeah, you're on the list now.
I'm on the naughty list. I've already missed Russell's 15. I'm already complaining about the next Master's Keep price before it even comes out. And then I didn't drink any wild turkey on Thanksgiving.
The next Master's Keep price is so funny.
It's
going to be too much.
It's going to be too much.
I'm not even going to like it.
So I went full rye day, baby.
I loved it, man. I thought it was awesome.
I did 3 ryes, and I rotated them throughout the day. I did New Riff Rye 8-year. We loved that one.
Yeah, we did.
I did the new limited rye from Rare Character.
Mm-hmm.
Chad blended up. Real good. Barry put it on the live stream. I jumped on there on that one.
I panicked for a second and I thought, we need to review it.
Yeah.
And then I realized I've done that already.
You've already done it. And I did one of our favorite ryes. And I think after putting you through that.
Well, I appreciate it.
We should have a little bit of that.
Okay. Well, I think that's appropriate.
Oh, because you have that.
Because I got something else for us.
It's Kentucky Owl Rye, batch 1 by our good friend Dixon Deadman.
Who, by all accounts, got out scot-free this week. When Stoli announced that they had filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy along with the Kentucky Owl brand. And this was yesterday morning, as of recording, that the news broke. And so I also brought a 2XO Gem of Kentucky, the single barrel that
Yeah, baby.
Eric and I think we cracked it
We cracked it together
on the podcast. Yeah.
I got one too.
Oh yeah, yours is, what's your barrel number?
Mine was 44.
And mine's 52.
Yours was more of like, almost like a, I'm not comparing brands, but almost like a stag, like a WLW. It was like very strawberry, like kind of a weeded. We thought, we were like, could this be a weeded?
Right. And I don't remember yours.
Mine was more of like, if it was like this, like almost you thought it was a rye, like a limited edition rye. It was
right. That's right.
Spicy,
yeah,
stuff like that.
And it's funny because yours was more of your flavor profile that you would go for.
Oh yeah.
While mine was, way more in line with what I would reach for. Anyway, so for anybody who doesn't know, Dixon left Kentucky Owl, a brand that he started, and it was his baby, and also a family brand. And it was basically what it got down to was brand mismanagement. I don't think that this is anything that he won't talk about at this point. So I texted him yesterday. And I said, "So how you doing today?"
How you doing?
He said, "All good, homie." And I texted back, "All I'm saying is it's a really good day to be the owner of 2XO."
Yeah.
So,
all right. Cheers to Dixon.
Cheers to Dixon, indeed.
Oh, fuck.
And one of the best rye whiskeys
Ever. I paired this with a homemade pumpkin roll.
Man.
Pumpkin, cream cheese. Oh, my God. It was so good. The best pour over I did all day. Best one.
I was so stressed out that I didn't do a single pour over.
It's okay.
Thank you.
It's okay. Just take it in. Just take it in.
Oh, you're still here. Sorry.
I've been here for an hour. You've been like
dang,
that
it's been that long.
Yeah. It's been that long.
It's the first moment of true happiness I've had. That's not true.
In 3 days. Oh, love this bottle. You can see I've had it for a while and it's almost halfway gone and I got to keep myself from not getting to it.
Yeah. Anyway, so you had Rye Day.
I had Rye Day
on Thanksgiving.
Forgive me, Jimmy, for I've sins.
I think it's fine.
Jimmy saw every post.
I know he did, and he approved every single one.
He sent everybody
Instagram.
a handmade letter that did a wild turkey post that day.
Mine got lost in the mail then.
He actually sent everybody a middle finger that ripped off our reel that we made 2 years ago.
People doing that now?
You know how many people did
Are you kidding me?
Open the oven, open the smoker, pull out the wild turkey bottle. It's there, bro. We did that years ago. I should have sent them all to you. They're there, bro. We did that already. We did it.
That was my idea. I did that. I came up with that idea. We did that. We put it together. We put it out. You people.
Years ago. I've never seen more of those posts than this year. There was a lot.
Bro.
Smokers and ovens. Smokers and ovens.
Here's the thing. I believe you that people were doing it. Nobody would have done it the way we did it.
Did the people know that we actually put the wild turkey bottles and made them in the shape of a turkey?
That was the most expensive order of Turkey 101 I have ever had.
Every size of wild turkey 101.
Basically.
Yeah. Down to like
multiples of particular sizes.
Yeah. In the shape of a turkey in a pan, roasting pan.
Only thing that would have made that better is if we had like dry ice in the oven. So that when we opened it,
True,
it was like smoke coming out.
Yeah.
Hindsight.
We did have a lot though that like shined in. There was like
we did. It was amazing.
And we had medical tools. We were,
I broke your clock.
You broke my clock. Yeah. Fun times.
Yeah.
So what'd you drink on?
Anyway, so I made a post about my my Wild Rush, the Gold Rush alternative that basically replaces honey syrup with American honey. Go and check that post out. It barely got 20 likes somehow. I don't understand.
We're going to call Instagram.
I'm concerned. It's got the recipe on there. If you follow on the Patreon, I've talked about this recipe for a cocktail for a while, but it is actually out there now. If you want to make it at home, it's basically a whiskey sour, but it's way boozier because you got 2 types of alcohol and lemon juice.
Yeah.
And when I made it for Eric, he got heartburn.
I got heartburn because I'm an old fart head.
Yeah, but it's fine.
But it was good.
So I had a couple other bottles that I brought out alongside. I got a Knob Creek single barrel, of course,
a good
because a very good one.
Thank God.
Actually brought it, as you can see. Oh wait, that's not it.
I was going to say, damn, you got an old one and it's almost gone.
Yeah. No better barrels.
Better. Oh,
no, NOE. Yeah.
Total Wine.
Yeah, this was from 2022, and Total Wine still had some. So you know who picked this?
Chade.
We'll try some of it later.
All right.
Anyway, got some of the Wolcott Barrel Reserve, whatever, which is phenomenal. Absolutely. That's why I brought it out. I'm going to have a little bit too.
But the only bad thing about these bottles is I can't tell how much is left.
I know. It feels like there's about half left. What he's talking about, by the way, for the audio listeners, is the Jim of Kentucky 2XO. My bottle, barrel 52.
A little drink.
Which I have nursed.
Yeah, I've been nursing mine too.
It's just such a different barrel of bourbon.
But I'm telling you, it reminds me of those. It reminds me of like an antique collection or like a special, like it borders the line of a weeded because there is a little bit of red and strawberry there, but it's also kind of cherry cola like. It's like a blend of like a GTS and a WLW.
Yeah. Let me think. What else did we do?
Well, you got a special bottle. Perry.
Oh, yeah.
Perry was like, I got it. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, they just brought this to the party. And I was confused.
That's not what happened.
Apparently, Perry needed a friend at one of his Thanksgiving dinners, and he just wrote on Facebook, hey,
that's not
come to this address and bring bourbon, and you can be my third. And and you got somebody off Facebook to come to your family's Thanksgiving to hang out with you.
The conflation of how that conversation went is so funny to me. Yeah, Eric and I were rolling while we were talking about this last night while we were texting. So after we cracked the Stag 24B on Pop Chicka Wow Wow, I immediately said I needed to have a bottle of it.
Yeah.
So I had kind of been scouring the Facebook groups that I was in to see if anybody was putting one up. Sure enough, a few days ago, somebody put one up, and then they were kind of backtracking on selling it. And I was like, look, if you want it,
If you post
if
it,
you
it's
want it-
going to be sold.
if you want it gone, I'll take it from you. And they said they were going to be in town for Black Friday. I was like, I'm going to be at my parents' house for Thanksgiving. If you don't mind dropping it off. And they were like, sure, it might be a little bit later. I was like, perfectly fine. So I was like in the middle of a conversation with my dad, and we were just talking about bourbon. And the guy pulls up out in front of their house.
That's so funny.
And I go, and we got something else coming right now. He was like, what do you mean? I go, I'll be right back. And I run out and I grab it and, pay him for it and
He
everything.
comes in to the house.
He comes in and he
hangs out.
He drops. And,
Yeah. He's
Anyway.
dancing.
I bring the stag back inside the house. I immediately crack it.
Fucking right.
It was the quickest I have ever cracked a bottle. I mean,
DoorDashed it, baby.
basically. And I took a picture of it and I sent it to you, and I said, had to do it to him.
And then I was like, what? Somebody brought that? And you're like, no. Guy off Facebook came to the party that I invited. And all you said was bring bourbon and you can come hang out at the Thanksgiving day. And that's what they brought.
Had to do it to him.
So you ordered a man off Facebook, and the only condition was he brings
Bring
bourbon.
stag.
Yeah.
Stag me, daddy.
Stag Me Daddy. StagMeDaddy.com. Check it out.
Two other things that I had while I was at my dad's and my mom and dad's. My parents are still together. Sorry.
And then I had to go to my mom's because my mom and my dad are separated and they're not talking to each other.
No, that's the other side of the family.
That's so funny.
My dad found a bottle of the Goose Island Old Fitz
Oh, yeah.
ale. So we had that yesterday, and it was phenomenal. And then a while ago, either he or my mom found a Bowman single barrel at Trader Joe's. And he had opened it when they found it. And he was like, this is so good, I'm saving it for the holidays. Now, my dad's kind of a tater.
Ooh, calling him out.
Like, he just is. Like, he's a huge Taylor fan, loves Blanton's. Like, it is what it is. And he doesn't know that Bowman sources from Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
So the bottle's sitting on the counter, and I ask him, do you know where this is made? He goes, no.
Bowman's.
I go, no, it's Buffalo Trace sourced. I go, not only is it Buffalo Trace sourced, it's basically Blanton's. Like, they use mash bill 2 for it. And my mom goes, well, no wonder you like it so much.
Yeah, Papa Ritter. Jesus.
Anyway, it was just kind of a funny moment. But
He's probably the coolest tater I know.
I mean, he's chill about it. He's not like walking over everybody.
That's not the time I saw him.
Was he also at a meat market?
Yeah. A meat market that sold bourbon. I ain't never seen a man get wieners in bourbon so fast. Love Papa Ritter.
Don't love his wiener. Oh boy. Okay. This 2XO is ridiculous.
Good. I'm telling you, it's a mix of like it's strawberry cherry cola.
It drinks way above its weight class. It's 108 proof or whatever, and I mean, it drinks like it could be 120.
It's delicious.
Yeah. Folks, we haven't done one of these in a while.
These are fun.
I love these. This we were kind of talking about this on Patreon, but this is really a Timbip exclusive style episode. Nobody really does anything like this, where we take one whiskey, we put it in different formats, and we try to come to a conclusion, at least for us, what we think the best way to drink it is. And we haven't done a rye yet. We've only done bourbons or Tennessee whiskey.
Oh boy, what'd you just say?
So we're
it's December, it's getting cold. You start drinking some more ryes. It's rye time. I've been
Yeah.
drinking way more ryes.
So we're getting into the holidays. We're getting into winter. It is currently snowing too as we're recording. So it's a perfect time for us to do one of our favorite everyday drinkers in the rye whiskey category, Old Forester 100 proof Kentucky straight rye whiskey.
One of the best, no joke.
Super affordable too, $20 a bottle.
Yep.
Widely available. You can go out and pretty much buy it if you're listening to it right this second. There's not like a shortage or anything of it. We always try to do that with these bottles. It's something that you're going to be able to go out and find. We're not doing William LaRue Weller or...
Best way to drink GTS.
Russell's 15.
Damn. That hurts.
That would be fun, though.
It would be fun.
It would be a lot of fun. We throw it in an old fashioned. That's the only thing that we don't do with this, though, is like a full blown cocktail.
We do so much.
We do basically 4 drinks. So maybe, I think we kind of know you've used Old Forester Rye.
This is
anyway.
an amazing old fashioned.
Yeah. And I think that, it's less of like, I think the cocktail side of things is like pushing it a little bit further than what we're talking about in this instance.
We're talking about like grab it and do something.
Exactly. It's how do you drink it on a regular, everyday basis?
Or if you're at somebody's house, you're not going to ask them, hey,
can you make me an old fashioned right now?
Where are your bitters at?
Where's your simple syrup?
You have simple syrup? Did you make your own simple syrup? I kind of like walnut bitters. No, we're talking about everybody's got some ice, everybody's got some water, and you got a glass. You probably have some soda, some pop, whatever, and this is how you do it. I actually did some research. I got the mash bill for this. I looked it up.
You did research?
I did, and I wanted to help out because
proud of you.
I love this rye so much. I keep this like I have a bottle upstairs that's like almost empty, and this was my bottle downstairs that I had like 2 bottles of. But it is a 65% rye, 20% malted barley, and 15% corn mash bill.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That is a really high malted barley.
It's a high malted barley recipe.
I think for me at least, that makes sense why I like it so much, because I'm one who likes a higher malt content in a bourbon.
Yeah.
The first bourbon that ever really kind of swayed me towards, I think this is what I want to, make my drink of choice, was Elijah Craig, which is a higher malted barley content for a bourbon. I don't remember exactly what it is, but I do. I apologize. It's been a while since I've looked it up. If I'm not mistaken, though, I think the malt in it is actually higher than the rye.
We don't have the technology to look that up. 78, 10, 12. So 10% rye, 12% barley.
Yeah. See, I can store weird things in my brain, along with
a lot of weird things in your body.
What's going on, man?
What? You set it up.
I know I did. It's just
you make it too easy.
I don't know.
It's too easy.
Anyway, so we're gonna go through this. We typically do 4 different styles with these episodes. We'll do neat. We will do with a splash of water. For us, a splash is usually just like a cap from a water water bottle. We'll do on the rocks or rock, 1 large ice cube, and then with soda, Coke, whatever. Your brown.
Your brown stuff, your mixture. You can do Big K, you can do Pepsi, you can do Coke Zero,
Roxa from Ale8,
Shasta,
Shasta,
whatever you want to do.
One of my favorite off-brand colas. I think we were in Arizona. No, it was, and it wasn't even for Dr. Pepper. It was Mountain Dew, and the
Mountain Thunder.
No, it was called Dr. Check.
Dr. Check.
Yeah.
I've heard Dr. Pop.
That's awesome too.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's go ahead and just get our baseline here, which is neat and Glencairn. slightly floral. I think the malted characteristic of this really does come through quite a bit. It's got a bready quality to it that I love. It's not an overly rye forward rye whiskey, which I would prefer more of a rye.
Yeah,
of course. But that being said,
just enough there.
Yeah, no, it absolutely
It's almost
is.
like a rye banana bread.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh man,
I haven't had that in so long.
It's just got a little spice to let you know it's a rye.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also this like Banana Foster kind of, maybe a little apples in there, but peppercorn.
Yeah.
Like this like peppercorn note on there. It's really good, man.
For 100 proof, I know
that's a big thing too. 100 proof.
Yeah.
$20 rye whiskey.
I know I kind of keep using this phrase, but it does punch above its weight class.
Yeah.
It has more oomph to it. It feels heftier than just 100 proof. We don't really know the age on it, but I think it's 5-ish years old, if I'm not mistaken.
I would say at least 4 to 6.
Yeah. But that's the thing with rye, as rye whiskey as well. They always have an older quality to them. Rye.
I mean, 3 year. There's some. I have a Wilderness Trail rye over there that's 3 years old that tastes phenomenal.
Right, and the reason behind that is because rye, as a grain, imparts more flavor to a spirit, and also provides more of an aged quality to it when it's in the barrel for a period of time.
It's even got some legs going on, man.
It really does.
It's kind of thick.
This is still, I mean, just pound for pound, one of my favorite.
Yeah.
Straight out of the bottle, a phenomenal rye whiskey.
It really is.
I know what I think about this. I know how I feel about this. I love this. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the...
Right.
With a splash or dash of water.
We did if you watching, you see just a Kroger water bottle. We did a little cap full of water into a normal pour, just like we did the neat pour. Ooh. I keep telling myself, every time we do these freaking episodes,
we need to drink it more with a splash of water. I keep telling
myself, why don't I do splashes of water more when I come down here and get a pour of something? And I never do. And every time we do this, I keep telling myself,
I know.
Why not? Because
I do the exact same thing.
Almost every time I get even a crazier experience with the water.
The banana note. The banana bread note specifically with, nuts, and
it's a banana split.
Yeah, it's more prominent.
It's vanilla and banana. It's like vanilla ice cream banana and the nuts and stuff.
It's just way more prominent than it is on the neat version of it.
I gotta remember. I gotta make a sign that says.
This is why when you go to tastings or bourbon bars or restaurants that have or fields
tents in the field.
That have, the wherewithal, they put out a eyedropper bottle with water in it.
And everybody at our table was like, what's that little bottle of water for? I was like,
come on, man.
Are you
Bourbon Lens, what are you doing?
that obsessed with bourbon that you don't know what an extra thing of water is?
Well, let's find out what it's like with water in it.
God, that vanilla. Oh.
The mouthfeel is completely changed. It's silky.
It's vanilla. It's vanilla ice cream and banana. Oh.
Here's where this loses me a little bit is the rye spice gets muted.
I mean, it's not spicy.
It gets a little spicy on the finish.
It's not. I don't get that peppercorn that I got. That's a different experience. That is like a. Do you want You want to try your first rye?
Kind of, yeah.
Let me help you
Barely
out.
legal rye. You know what it reminds me more of is like...
You want to get a rye in you?
Like an Elijah Craig rye.
Oh, yeah. I can see that. Oh, that banana split. That's a banana split.
That's wild.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's absolutely crazy.
I'm going to have another little sip of that while you maybe grab the rock. Oh, great.
Let it hold up. Hold up. It'll get there. It'll get there.
I got to hold my... So, audio listeners, love you to death. I've got a...
It'll get there.
I've got a rocks glass that is...
I didn't think about it when I got that glass. It'll get there.
This is really
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Mine's just at the bottom, too. You want this one?
No. Well, I don't care.
Here, you take this one.
No, it's fine.
No, give me this one.
Okay. Your fingers were all over this one.
I was all over both of them.
I guess you're right.
I hug you and kiss you when you come over here.
With tongue. It's
Yeah,
disturbing.
It's already melting. There it goes. I mean, you know it's good when you start seeing those little
Look at
lines
that.
in there.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's perfect. I got the better one now.
Okay, fine.
No,
well,
I'm
I
just
want that one back now.
Give me this.
I can't believe that
What are
word.
we doing? All right. The most... If you've ever seen somebody drink whiskey in a movie, in a TV show, on an anime, it's going to look like this.
Yes.
This may be
the largest
most,
rocks glass with a huge...
This may be the most traditional way.
I think so. This is how I drank whiskey for a long time before I truly moved into drinking meat.
I put wild turkey honey in a freezer and then poured it in a glass with metal cubes. That was how I started.
That's brutal.
We've come a long way, people.
That's brutal.
We've come a long way.
Now we're getting sent BTAC samples.
Hey, cheers.
Cheers.
That ain't bad.
Why did it bring out a smoky note?
It kind of reminds me of an old fashioned.
It does.
A smoked old fashioned.
It,
Not my favorite so far.
I think it's just nuked all of the other flavors, but it's brought out honey and smoke that were not there.
That honey note is, yeah, you're right on.
They were not there prior.
Not bad.
No, it's just a different animal altogether. It just doesn't feel. It just doesn't feel like the same whiskey.
Yeah,
you know, and I think that's what's really funny about what we've done so far. The further we've gotten away from the neat pour, it's like further like bastardizing the original thing.
It's making it, but if you think about it like this, it's making it more approachable as we go.
I agree, but I think as far as like where I am as a whiskey drinker, where my palate lands, I want it to be neat.
Well, yeah.
So far, like it's the most flavorful. It's not going to dilute the experience,
but
overall,
as someone who, like you, enjoys the neat one, this big rock in here that's obviously diluted the crap out of it doesn't taste like some other stuff we've had that you put a rock in. There's still flavor there.
No, there definitely is. But my whole
You know
point
what
is,
I think helps it? The proof.
100%. When we've done stuff like Jim Beam or Jack Daniels, the flavor has been completely nerfed.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even taste like the whiskey anymore. And it's just watered down wood water.
Yeah.
So yeah, I completely agree. And I don't even fully remember, and I think it's because we drank a half a bottle of Turkey 101
Oh my
on
God,
that episode.
Was a bad time.
I don't know how we did that either.
I felt really bad the next day.
Yeah.
And I texted you as soon as I got up and said, I don't feel so good.
I don't think I should have driven home that day,
Yeah.
to be quite honest with you.
It probably was all the water we put in and everything.
Maybe. I don't know. But like I don't remember how the ice affected that one as much as the others.
I feel like we were just like, okay, this will be like this
it's
is
fine.
okay.
Yeah.
It's fine. I don't know how many. See, when I think of ryes, I really do tend to go rye heavy when it starts getting fall and winter. And I don't see myself putting a ice cube in rye because it's already cold outside. You know what I mean? But it's not bad.
To your point there, though, I could do this in the summer.
Yeah. If you want to have a rye in the summer, I mean,
it completely transforms it into almost like a sweeter bourbon. You know?
I still get that big vanilla note on there.
I do
just
too.
Like when we added the water.
I do too. But it's still not maintaining some of that rye spiciness.
Yeah, it's not really spicy at all.
You know, that's maybe something else that we should have gone for as far as like criteria. You know, what makes it like the best way to drink it as far as like what we feel like, you know, constitutes the best way. And for me, I feel like I'm looking for what still holds up as, you know, this being a rye whiskey. And I again feel like it keeps getting progressively less and less like a rye whiskey.
I would say we'd probably think different, or we'd be saying things different if it was like a 95.5 rye. I would say with 100%. That high rye, it would still shine through with like a rock or something like that. So now the greatest challenge.
How does this do in a Coke?
And I've had this, and you
had to convince me of it.
You wanted to do a Dr. Pepper.
I did for a couple of reasons. One, because it's a different whiskey than bourbon. Right. And two, because somebody actually suggested that we do Dr. Pepper instead of Coke because they said that it was a better combination. And so I thought, well, maybe we'll change it up. But, you know, we've consistently done Coke. That's a fun sentence.
Damn. You're telling us all. You're telling everybody our secrets.
We've consistently used Coca-Cola products in this in this series of episodes. So we may as well stick with it.
I've actually had this. It's been a while.
Sure.
I did this on a whim because it was a very like grab what you got and put it in a Coke and then go to like a softball game.
Keeneland.
no.
Softball was really funny.
Yeah. But it wasn't bad. I remember. So we'll see what happens here again. So I've got, and you always got to do it in
Dragon Ball Z
glasses.
I love it.
There's just nothing better than this cocktail. The easiest cocktail for anybody to make.
It's so nostalgic.
Is water and whiskey a cocktail?
You know, I don't know because I think the way
like
that you
rule that's like you got to add at least like 2 more things to it.
No, I think that it's always like at least 2 ingredients. So I don't know.
So ice and Coke.
I don't think you even need ice because there are cocktails that you put into a shaker with ice, shake up, and then serve up.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Sound off in the comments. Let us know.
Ask Tom Cruise. Smells good. It smells like Dr. Pepper.
It
smells
does smell like Dr. Pepper. That's
like
crazy.
You just made Dr. Pepper. All right. Cheers.
Okey-dokey.
See, I ain't mad at that.
That's pretty good.
I ain't mad at that at all.
Yeah, I would crush that.
That's a definite summer. I'm not drinking this in the winter. I'm not drinking this at home. I'm drinking this if I'm at an event or a party or I'm outside and this is my option. Like, this is a good go-to, but I'd crush it. Like you said, I'm crushing this because I'm thirsty. It's pretty good though. It tastes like Dr. Pepper.
I'm not even a big Dr. Pepper fan.
That tastes better than Dr. Pepper.
No, it absolutely does.
And it's Coke Zero. That's Dr. Pepper Zero.
Yeah. I like that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Isn't my preferred way to drink Old Forester Rye, though.
Not mine.
No, I think after all of this, I'm still going with it neat. I don't think that it shifted enough with water, with a rock, for me to change the way that I drink this on a regular basis.
Once again,
you're going to try it more with ice or with water.
It turned it into a banana split. And daggone, that's delicious.
Yeah, I'm
not saying I don't like it neat. I love it neat. It's one of my favorite ryes for everything that it is. Price, all that stuff. But having it with that little splash of water is crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It just is, again, for me, I like that there is that experience where I can add water to it and it will be something different.
Did you ever notice that on the bottom of this glass?
Yes, I did notice
Okay.
that. It's fantastic.
Poor Yamcha.
I love how much more of a meme that is in Japan than it is in America. Like baseball players will go and it's fantastic. Anyway, I like that option is there, but top of mind, I'm going to drink it neat.
Yeah, because it tastes like
so good. The Coke is really good with it.
Like you said, you hit it on the head. It punches way above its weight class. Like, it can hold its ground with those $50 to $100 ryes. Easy.
I think so too.
Easy.
Yeah, I don't even remember. We reviewed it years ago when it first came out. I was still at my old house recording in my garage. It was before. I think it was before you were even on the podcast.
We've done something with this when I was on the podcast.
I think you've blinded me with this on the podcast.
I don't know.
Like you got a new bottle or something.
It's just always been one of my favorites, and it was probably before I started recording.
Yeah, but either way, it has always ranked very well for us. When it first came out, I was unbelievably excited about it. It's a good. I even considered doing Turkey 101 Rye for this as well, but we had already done a Turkey 101 product. I figured we'd shake it up a little bit. We'd not done, and we very rarely do Old Forester products on the show anyway, in any kind of capacity. But that's really because I'm not the biggest Old Forester fan. I don't want to bring them on in a review capacity and then just dunk on them.
Some of the hardest limited edition bottles to get.
Yeah, for sure. And there are still great, readily available products from Old Forester that I'm happy to champion. It's just
they don't have they don't have a tri-yearly thing. Like a Elijah Craig barrel proof.
I wish they did.
A stag batch this.
I wish they did.
They don't have anything like
that. If they would do an Old Forester barrel proof triannual release
batch this.
Or biannual, I would love that. I think that their barrel proof single barrels are really quite good.
Yeah.
I think they're a little overpriced, but I think they're good.
I would love to see this at 60.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And if it was a batched product at 65 or 70, like Elijah Craig barrel proof is, I'd be all over it. I think their barrel proof stuff typically hits home for me.
Yeah.
So anyway, what did I learn from this?
that you can make Dr. Pepper by adding
Old
Old
Forester Rye.
to Coke Zero.
Yeah, that's
You know what I learned?
crazy.
Jackie's ICANN should have just
Okay,
kept
let's
making
just
this.
let's just move on.
What?
I don't.
This is delicious, and she had a hand in this. I know she did.
I know,
This is
yeah,
one of the
that's
best
true.
things she's did right here. So that's all I'm
True.
saying.
We got another quick review that we're gonna do that was sent to us this week, and I have a funny story about about getting this. This was mailed to us to my house, and it was sent yesterday morning, which, if you're keeping track, means that it was the Friday after Thanksgiving. And the doorbell rang at 10:30 a.m. And I said to Lucy, I am not answering the door.
On Thanksgiving?
The Friday after Thanksgiving.
Friday after. You're like, I'm done. I'm not.
I was like,
I'm not getting
I had just gotten up to take Eden to the bathroom. Like, we were trying to sleep in a little bit before we had to get back up, and all this. And then it hit me that I had gotten a notification the day before that we were expecting a package from UPS. And I kind of panicked, and I ran to the door, and sure enough, it was UPS. And the guy had left a note, saying, sorry, we missed you and everything. But luckily, the UPS driver was still in his truck across the street from us. And he saw me, and when I opened the door, and I hadn't put pants on yet. I was just in my
Nice.
underwear and shirt. And you could see him just kind of go like this.
guy.
Gotta go.
This guy.
Yeah, kind of. And my thought process in not answering the door was somebody's trying to sell me something, or it's a church. And
It's one of those kids that's like, do you have home security? Like,
yes, I do. Leave me alone.
this guy.
So kind of jokingly, when he came back to the door, I was like, man, I'm so sorry. I thought you were a Jehovah's. And he goes, you know what's funny? I am a Jehovah's Witness.
That's crazy. You're a Jehovah's and you're an Amazon deliver or a UPS
driver.
person?
Yeah.
You're just knocking on doors 24/7.
That's
all
your
you're
entire
doing.
life, brother.
His knuckles are wore out.
They're bloody.
They're bloody. He's bleeding.
He goes,
He's wearing gloves. He's wearing like
knuckle
secret
dusters.
Ops. Yeah, secret ops like gloves. Like,
he goes, yeah, just not today.
damn. What if he's like,
So funny though. Do you have a
you
moment
want-
to talk about our
you
Lord
want-
and
you want
Savior?
to take a moment?
I was like, dude, leave me alone.
No, dude. I'm
You
still
don't,
stuffed from
you
the
don't
turkey
understand the
yesterday.
journey that I've been on over
I'm
the
still
past few
stuffed
years.
from the mid turkey from yesterday.
Anyway, so this has kind of been in the works behind the scenes for about a month or so. And if you've been following along, you know that we recently reviewed the New Belgium Four Roses collab,
Mm-hmm.
which was the Oak Spire Bourbon Barrel Ale. And this is another beer that I look forward to coming out just about every year. This is the Black Ops Barrel Aged Stout. If you want to grab it.
Oh. My bad. I thought it was over there. I was looking at that liquid death ball. This thing.
I love this can.
This thing is sexy.
It is. It is 12.4% ABV. I'm going to pull up.
4 roses on it right there.
It does. I'm going to pull up the info that they sent.
Oh, that's all I got to do. I just got to stand up and put this on there.
Ooh, look at that.
Oh, it's good.
It is a barrel-aged Russian Imperial Stout. Now, I love Imperial Stouts. They are
what? Tell me.
They are easier to drink.
Okay.
They're lighter,
All right.
typically.
That's what I need.
Availability. extremely limited.
Ooh, extreme.
Now, they've also offered on their fact sheet pairings.
What?
Dark chocolate ganache,
Oh,
black ops floats with vanilla ice cream.
black a float. Okay, I don't drink stouts a lot. I can get behind the float.
Right?
Okay,
Buttery pastries,
like a butter like croissant.
I guess.
Ooh, that'd be good.
And strong aged cheeses.
Oh,
Dude,
you getting freaky now?
I
Getting freaky.
I would have any of those. I'm a big cheese guy anyway. So let's crack into this.
All right.
They also sent us a little airplane bottle
Oh, look at that.
of Four Roses small batch. I can't really get much closer, but oh,
All right, you got to pour this.
Okay.
Because I only know how to pour like light beers and fruit beers, and you do the whole like. Here you go, sir.
I pour a beer in the way that beer is supposed to be poured, which I start out at a 45-degree angle. About midway through, I slowly turn it to 90 degrees.
See,
Look at that. I think I perfectly got it at 50-50.
it looks like it.
Dadgum, dude. All right.
Daggum, dude.
Shut up. Give me a glass.
Daggum, dude.
Give me one of your Glencairns. I'll give you a little bit of the Four Roses.
Theo Vaughn's in the house. Daggum, dude.
His episode with Stavi was really good.
Oh my god.
It was phenomenal.
Damn, that smells good.
Ooh. I haven't had one of these in a minute.
Okay, I can get behind that. There's a lot of vanilla on that.
There really is.
I like that.
All right. Let's have a sip of this first, and then we'll do the actual like bourbon and beer pairings.
See,
Bro,
why ain't
it's
nobody else
it's not all
making-
Goose Island.
Why ain't nobody else doing the thing where they make a good stout without making it taste like soy sauce? Why aren't they doing this?
I think it's just the difference in recipes.
See, this is my
This
is my
is
style.
crazy good. It's not overly bourbon forward
This is my style.
either.
That's my style right there.
It's the Imperial Stout,
Mm.
which is lighter,
Maybe that's what I need.
which is actually closer to like a Guinness.
I like that.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Oh, you know what? Guinness actually did that. They
What?
aged some of their beer in bullet barrels a few years ago. I completely forgot about that.
I'm assuming those are around. Anyway.
No, they're not. They
Yeah.
haven't been. This was like, oh man, this might have actually been pre-pandemic. Now that I think about it,
There's just this vanilla. I don't know. It's like a vanilla chocolate on
Mhm.
there. This isn't like stouty at all, and maybe hopefully that's not a bad thing, because I'm sure there's people that are like, I love stout beer, I want that like dark, but like
No, there definitely are.
I get soy sauce on all those things.
Yeah.
and I don't get that on.
We've
this.
had people that tell us that that is a real thing. They are on board with that
Yeah,
tasting note. They get it. They fully understand where you're coming from, and I get it too. But
if I'm gonna like actually like finish a full glass and like enjoy it, this is where it's at. This is my style.
yeah, they sent us 2 of these.
Hell yeah. Black Ops. I see you.
They absolutely destroyed it with
That's
this
good. That's good.
one. I'm not entirely sure what the price is on these. I think they sell them in 4-packs because it's the 16-ounce can. It's a mythical imperial stout aged in 4 rows of small batch bourbon barrels for notes of decadent cacao nibs in rich
What did you
oak.
say?
Cacao.
Is that Lightning McQueen?
Cacao. Here is their profile. Decadent cocoa nib and milk chocolate with vanilla forward oak.
See?
Your boy's good.
See?
Your boy's good. Let's try it with the bourbon too.
All right. Classic, small batch, 4 roses. A little bit of floral.
Sometimes it's just good to come back home.
A little bit of floral, a little bit of spice.
And everything nice.
That's always
Dude,
that's always a
that
good
bourbon
pour.
is so good.
It's always a good pour.
90 proof.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, that's a great pour. And what are those, $40?
Are they? I thought they were closer to like 30 because the single barrel is 40.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of the Select.
Select is 60.
30 $30.
Yeah. Pairing the two of them together, taking a drink of the bourbon before the beer, it makes the beer spicy.
Oh, it does.
It kind of turns it into like a jalapeno beer.
I wouldn't go jalapeno. I'd go more like a
Chili?
chili
Yeah.
chocolate,
Okay.
something like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome, though.
It's really, really good. Dang, man.
This beer.
I'm impressed.
I can get behind this. This is my stout right here.
This is your new stout.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame that it's only out once a year. But, I mean, Black Ops still puts out like...
What if I just left? I was like, done.
Let's look up Black Ops. Nope.
But the type of stout it is, you said Imperial, right?
Yes.
So maybe I just need to look for more of those.
Brooklyn Brewery. Sorry. I think we were saying...
Brooklyn. Mustard.
Mustard!
Look at that. There it is.
Yeah.
Conspiracy confirmed. See? We were talking about conspiracies for the past little bit.
Bro. Yo, the ABV's changed from the what's on their website to what's on the can.
Oh, yeah. It says 11.5 and it's 12?
12.4. That's funny. I mean, there are other Imperial Stouts that are out there.
Well, the only one I want right now is this one.
We will split the other one at our
Brooklyn.
Friendsmas.
Send me some.
Yeah. Thank you, Brooklyn Brewery, for
Yes.
for
Send me
sending
some.
this to us. We don't have any barrel rings this week. That's fine. Y'all have been busy. It's okay.
Although you all say, I'm going to do it every week or whatever. I'm going to do it. Just playing.
I don't care.
I'm
I
just
don't genuinely do not give a crap. It's the segment for the people by the people.
For the people, by the people.
High proof hot takes.
High proof hot takes.
I had too many Thanksgivings. Derive from that what you will.
High proof hot take. You don't always have to go to 15,
But I do.
but you do.
One
day you're going to get your place in the sun where they come to you.
Yeah, it's called When I'm a Grandfather.
But still, you're going to have
I know.
that. You're gonna
Like,
have
it's
that.
going to happen. But it's like 30 years from now.
What if you found a spot in the middle of all these things? And you're like, everybody, we're all meeting together. One huge Thanksgiving.
I mean, it's never going to happen. But,
I'm sorry.
well, maybe.
I'm sorry.
Maybe.
I don't really have any high proof hot takes. I mean, holidays are crazy. I mean, I got family that doesn't come around. I mean, we had family that just showed up at our house, you know.
Oh, really?
On April 2nd.
Yeah, I knew it.
But
I knew it.
Everything was fine. Everything was fine. So just enjoy the holidays.
Tips and bits, though.
Tips and bits.
It's our segment of the show where we recommend things that we have been watching, listening to, reading, participating in. I don't know. Things that we've just been
What have
enjoying.
you been doing?
Well, remember the Facebook thing?
Oh, yeah.
Things that we have been enjoying that we also want you to enjoy or that we think you might enjoy. And we're going to recommend them to you now during this segment. I know we both have things that we're going to recommend individually. I want to ask you first, though. You've listened to GNX, right?
Just the stuff that gets posted.
What do you mean?
Oh crap! I keep getting that stupid stream. Yes, I've listened
Not
to
the XQC and Drake stream.
Yes, I've listened
because that was trash.
I've listened
I'm talking
to
about the Kendrick.
Tracks. Yes, I've listened to certain tracks, especially the videos that have been posted.
Okay. Phenomenal album. I'm just
Mustard.
TV Off is an incredible track.
And out of nowhere.
Just out of nowhere. But people were talking about how Kendrick might be, rapper of the year or whatever. But he hasn't put out an album. And then all of a sudden he drops an album. And it's like, oh, okay. And it's just banger after banger after banger after banger. People are talking about this is his best album since To Pimp a Butterfly, which is, an incredible album in its own right. But I feel like he's, and we talked about, the beef he had between Drake.
It's still going on.
Previously, it's still going on. We don't have to get too far into that. But he still is just putting out great music. And this just proves that at the drop of a hat, he doesn't need to be pressured into making what he wants to make and still satisfying the music fans at large, I guess. Dissenters aside, this is top tier rap music right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
It's just phenomenal.
As two white guys talking about it, this is top
Man,
tier.
there's so many white guys talking about rap
I
music
know,
right
but
now.
I'm just saying,
it's just
it's good shit.
It's
is what I'm
really,
saying.
really good. And I've listened to it so much. I've listened to a lot of discourse around it too. And it's not perfect. Kendrick's not even my favorite rap artist either. There are other people that I listen to way more, but I go through periods where I listen to more podcasts or more commentary stuff than I do music. But the cool thing for me about Kendrick is he always kind of keeps bringing me back to listening to music.
Yeah.
And this album did it for me again. And I'm so enthralled with what is going to happen with the larger conversation around GNX. And there again a couple of tracks on there that are going to be bang. TV Off is not like Us light.
Yeah.
No,
I agree. I want the Bills to make the Super Bowl. And then I'm watching the Bills. And then Kendrick does the Super Bowl halftime show.
I would love that.
And it would just be complete.
I would. I'm gonna make a deal with you.
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna make a deal with you right now. If the Bills make the Super Bowl, I will come over here.
No, if the Bills make the Super Bowl, you better be here.
I will be here.
I'm throwing a Super Bowl like we make food and we watch the Super Bowl. If the Bills make the Super Bowl this year, I'm throwing a Super Bowl party and I'm inviting people.
I will be here to help you get ready for it. I will be here to help you clean up after it. If I have to sleep on your couch,
I'll break a table.
I know you will.
I will jump through a table.
I
if
know
the
you
Bills are in
will.
the Super Bowl.
Regardless, like I'm here for you.
That was the widest thing we've ever done in my life. Jesus.
8 Mile.
Oh my God.
Nonsense.
No, if the Bills make the Super Bowl, you're going to be over here and you're going to be watching this game with me because I'm throwing a party. And I'm going to just invite everybody.
I will be your runner, your what do you need? Constantly.
Perry, I need some WLW. Go get it.
Well, I mean, like, what do you have downstairs, kind of guy?
Oh, I thought you were going to like just go find me.
No,
anything.
man.
I thought I didn't know.
I work in the government.
I've never had a runner. I've never had a runner.
I work in the government. I can only afford so much.
You got people on Facebook who bring you stuff to the
yeah,
house.
because I asked them to.
Exactly.
I still had to pay for it.
Well, you could do that. Take out a loan or something.
Dude, but the Bills are so poised to actually be in the Super Bowl.
It's so I feel it, and I don't even want to act like I feel it, but like, oh my God, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Regardless,
We'll see what happens.
if they are in the Super Bowl, from here forward,
You're running.
I'll run.
You'll run.
You just run.
Why are you getting in your car? I said run.
Okay.
Go Bills.
Anyway, other stuff that we have to recommend.
This is kind of weird. This is kind of weird for me. This is kind of weird for me. My wife loves documentaries. Like, she loves them. And I have found myself enthralled in some of these documentaries she's been watching. And there's a recent one that, like, I'm not trying to, like, get serious, but, like, in 2004, there was a tsunami that hit in, like, Indonesia. Yeah, there was.
Jesus.
Horrible stuff. But, like, I wasn't, like, the person, like, watching the news. I wasn't watching the news.
I remember when it happened. What'd you say, 2004?
2004.
Yeah, I was 11, and I remember when it happened.
Well, I was in, like, high school.
Yeah.
I'm not watching the news. I'm not paying attention. And, like... You okay?
I'm doing fine.
Okay.
It was my other knee that really hurts, but the fact that I hit my...
Now you got two bad knees.
Everything's going great.
But they did a documentary on this that just came out. Like, it's, like, recent. And it's got, like, footage from, like, personal cell phone, like, whatever kind of like, there was barely... I think the cell phones were, like, barely taking video.
Yeah, that was the...
a lot of camcorders, stuff like that.
In 2004...
Like Nokias and stuff?
I had a Nokia.
Yeah.
I was 11. So I had my very
I don't even know if it
first...
was cell phones. I would say just handheld camcorders. Either way, they've gathered all this, like, footage from, like, vacations and stuff because it was in, like, Thailand, Indonesia, stuff like that. Either way, the point I'm trying to say is watching documentaries over things that have happened when I was, like, in high school is, like, actually, like, eye-opening to me because I wasn't paying attention to it then, and I wish I would have been. I wish I would have cared. I wish I would have known. I mean, it's just crazy seeing this devastating event that happened.
Sure.
And, like, thinking, like, what was I doing? Like, I was just a stupid, like, teenager not even paying attention to it.
Yeah, and I mean, hindsight's 2020. Two, like, you know, there are a lot of people who are learning about the atrocities of what have happened over the past, not even 20 years, but 50 years. And it is shaping who they are now that will hopefully make for a better society.
Yeah.
Right. And there is a level of organizing that does need to happen in one way or another that shows that things have not been perfect. We have talked about how things are perfect, but under the surface, that's not the case.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And yeah, like these global disasters are far more they're far more harmful than we realize they are. And you don't even fully understand the impact of them until you start like looking at them retroactively.
Yeah.
Like that is something specifically too where like, you know, even the economy of Indonesia, how it affects our trade in America. This is a crazy deviation
I know. I
for
don't
us.
know.
And
I
I'm
don't-
sorry.
I mean, that was my
But
fault.
yeah,
I
no,
mean,
no. It's
I'm-
okay. But it's just like, you know, if people don't think that there is like a macro effect in the United States when something that is, you know, perceptively micro, like a economic, or excuse me, environmental disaster that occurs on the coast of, you know, a foreign country, that does affect us, especially in the trade format, the trade route. So you if you are not aware of it, it benefits us to be aware of it so that we get to a point where we are taking care of ourselves one way or another.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you have learned that lesson too late, it's never too late, because you are then teaching the younger generations that they then need to learn about it. You know, like I grew up for so long saying, I'm not into politics. I'm not into, you know, world news. I want to stay in my bubble. And then like I started really noticing what was going on. And I was like, oh no, my entire life is political. Like one way or another.
Yeah.
It's all policy based. And that was an eye opener one way or another. And I hate that. I hate that I kind of was like apathetic to it in so many ways. So I'm in the same boat that you are, where it's like, yeah, I wish that I had understood that.
Yeah.
But the best thing you can do is tell your kids friends, like, you know, you got one path ahead of you, and the best you can do with it is just, you know, be attentive, be aware, be empathetic to people too. That I think that's way more important than just like voting one way or another.
Right.
So anyway, sorry.
No. But this documentary, it's called Tsunami Race Against Time. It's on Disney Plus, Hulu. It's a National Geographic thing. And it just shows the devastation of this like tsunami in 2004 from like different perspectives and the rescue and all that. And I don't know. I'm thankful that I can like learn about that stuff that happened. I'm very like, sometimes I'm like, I was yelling at the screen like, why are you filming this? Like, just get out of there.
Yeah.
But also like stuff like this, it's necessary to film it and to document it for purposes like
It's
this.
crazy. Yeah.
And you know, I don't condone like putting yourself in danger just to get content, but also there are people that like that's their like life thing.
Yeah, it's like tornado chasers.
Right.
It's like why are you doing this? But they understand the risk of it.
They understand the risk, and then you know it eventually lead to somebody like me who's like, now I get to see what happened, and I understand, and like I feel bad, and like all this stuff. So either way, just watching documentaries over stuff that happened maybe when I was younger or like some teenager who wasn't caring, it's really nice to like see what happened during that time.
Yeah.
And it sucks. And I felt horrible. I teared up, and it was just a crazy thing, but it's a well-made documentary. So, Tsunami: Race Against Time.
I will lighten things up a little bit and bounce off of the recommending things that I learned through my wife aspect of it all. I never would have tried the pairing of red wine and popcorn.
Excuse me?
Red wine and popcorn.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I should have tried that. I know April's done it at the theater before.
Specifically, red wine and popcorn is, I don't even know the like breakdown of it.
Were y'all watching a movie?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. But this is something we've done for like years now. Yeah. And I've never like thought to bring it up until we were watching something for Halloween. And, you know, it was post birth of our second child.
Yeah.
And she just wanted a glass of red wine, and we made popcorn for the movie. And she said, I forgot how much I love this. And I'm not one to normally drink red wine anyway.
Red. You sing the song, though.
Red wine.
Red wine. It feels so
close
good.
To me. Yeah, anyway. That was rough. I guess it's just the like combination of sweet and salty.
I'm down for it.
I don't know. I recommend trying it. But then also we were out of popcorn at the house, and I've been
Did you make homemade popcorn?
No, I've been on an Orville Redenbacher kick recently, and I was between the movie theater butter and the ultimate butter. Dude, ultimate butter or Orville Redenbacher.
I didn't even know that.
Is unbelievable.
That old man knows his butter.
I mean, he's dead now, but yeah.
He's not dead.
He's like Disney. He's got his
head
preserved somewhere.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. But anyway.
Popcorn now. God, a big thing of movie popcorn. So
do you want to go? What's playing right now?
Right now? Nothing. It's
Terrifier might be playing.
No, it's on streaming now.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Have you watched it yet?
No, because I got to buy it.
Are you going to?
I don't. Yeah. I will. It's getting through all the football. I've been watching too much football.
Just wait until... Look,
Tips
Christmas is coming
football
up.
during Thanksgiving, fucking best. Like NFL, college, it's all good. I'll get back to stuff.
There have been so many fights today.
Skeleton Crew comes out in a couple days.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
Oh yeah, baby.
Skeleton Crew. What's the? We got a Marvel show coming out soon too, don't we?
Oh,
Spider-Man.
No, what is coming out?
Yeah, Skeleton Crew's coming out, and then
on the second,
and then in January, the animated Spider-Man show's coming out.
Oh yeah, the animated one.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Let's go.
Anyway,
if you want to go do some animation, go to patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast.
That's awesome.
For as little as $1 a month, you can support the show. But at $5, you get all the bonus stuff. You get the bonus episodes before this episode. You get Sampling Irresistible, which we did this week. You get Pop Chicka Wawa. You get Pours from the Floor. And you get this episode uncut a day early. And then anything, updates, all the stuff, patreon.com. You also get a chance to get on the Discord where everybody's talking in there.
I mean, not a chance. If you're on the Patreon, you're on the Discord.
Kick you out if you're a jerk.
Bro.
You know how many people we've kicked out? People don't know about?
Just keep going.
That's it. No, I'm just
That's
playing.
the only plug we have.
That's my plug. If you want to get some merch, bourbonshop.threadless.com. Perry's got all our logos up there. If you want to send us an email, you can send an email to thisismybourbonshop@gmail.com. Like if you want to just make a big love letter to us or just a simple hi, you can send an email there. If you want to send us samples, bottles, stuff to pair, snacks, send it to P.O. Box
22609 Lexington, Kentucky 40522.
There you go.
Sorry, my knee hurts.
That's fine. If you want to call into the show or text or send a message, you can send that to 859
428
8253. Yeah, that's our spot where you can be part of the show. You can ask a question. You can just say hi, or you can send a text message.
Or if you are on a podcast app, you can head down to the description and you can send us a text message, and you can actually send us a text message and we will read it out. It goes to our podcast app hosting site, Buzzsprout. And you guys have that too with Small Disney Podcast.
It's a Small Disney Podcast if you want to listen to some Disney stuff.
Listen to it. It's really good.
Yeah, me and my wife talk about Disney stuff. We do like short, like 20 to 30-minute episodes on Disney things.
It's fun. Eric gets surprised with a quiz every week somehow.
And I always lose. Spoiler alert. I suck at quizzes.
You know what's funny about it too is that if you're watching or listening to us in this particular space, it's not recorded here. It's recorded over there.
Right there. This is a whole podcast studio.
I'll take another video because I did it earlier.
There it is.
Here, look, see? Oh, wow. Isn't that something? There's the 2 chairs. How about it?
Yeah, that looks great. That's great filming. Good job.
I went to school for graphic design, not filmography.
Well, just Photoshop it. Make it look good.
I will not.
What? You won't?
I do enough editing as it is.
If you want to go to social media, you can follow us on all social media, Instagram, all the stuff. At My Bourbon
We're
Pod.
losing them.
Yeah. At My Bourbon Pod, you can follow the show as a whole. You can follow Perry at PRitter1792. You can follow me at Whiskey Mutant. And then like, comment, subscribe, leave a rating, review, anything that lets you do anything while you're watching, listening, do all that. If you're listening and you want to see us, you can go to youtube.com. This is My Bourbon Podcast. We put all these episodes up there with video versions, and that's it. That's a show.
That's all. It's later than we meant for it to be.
A little bit later.
Yeah, it's fine. We love y'all. Thank you so much.
Next week?
Ooh, next week.
We got anything?
We gotta. We'll talk about it.
Until then, I'm Eric.
I'm Perry, and this is My Bourbon Podcast.